This is outrageous. It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
What's going on, everyone? So this is a topic that I've avoided for quite some time now, just about a year. But I think it's time that I address something, or at least voice my opinions. If you don't want to watch this kind of a video, just skip it. I'll have a normal one for you tomorrow. Now, I've been a Star Wars fan my entire life, through and through, just as much as the next fan. I really can't stand what's happening right now, to say the least. And I don't mean with what happened in Episode 8 and all that stuff and the backlash, but I mean with the fandom. The hate. There's a lot of it. It's not constructive, and whatever doesn't help promote positive change needs to go. I believe change does need to happen, but hatred will not get us there. Now, YouTube is a place where we can share our talents, our memories, and our abilities, all in one spot, and if we're lucky, we'll gain a following of online friends all around the world, and through our passion, we can make a living from YouTube, lucky enough. Now, the dark side of that is that when you attach the following, the fame, money, all to a place of negativity and constant bashing, that's when things get out of hand. And as a content creator, when controlling the reins of a group of people, especially a passionate fandom like Star Wars, we must all be very careful not to let the blessing of having a big voice to fuel our hatred that would otherwise damage the very thing we love. The Last Jedi. Let's not fool anyone. That's where all this started. Now, I'm no shill or suck up, and if you followed me for years, you know that. I was the very first person on YouTube to admit that when I saw the movie, I really wasn't a fan. It went completely unexpected to how I wanted. However, when I voice my opinions, I always do it by saying what I think could have been done better, or an alternative way, or what I think certain choices could lead us towards in the future of the story. I agree, the character of Rose Tico was completely pointless and it was terrible. But that's the character, that's not the actress herself. The actress herself is just another person living out her dream of being an actress, and she got a big role in Star Wars and she had to play a lame character. It's unfortunate for her. Star Wars fans are notorious for this. They did the same thing with Jake Lloyd, who many times wanted to commit suicide and has to go through therapy for his whole life now because of what they did to him for the role of Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace. Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, has just come out saying that he tried to commit suicide many times because of all the hatred that was sent to him from the world for being Jar Jar. Hayden Christensen pretty much disappeared. He lives on a farm with his family, and George Lucas sold the entire franchise to Disney because of all the hate from the prequels. We do have a powerful voice, and I say we because I and the angry fans are all one, because we are fans of Star Wars. It comes from a place of love, and this isn't a point finger kind of video where, you know, you're bad or I'm bad or whatever. It's just let's look at this in a better way and try to deal with things in a much more positive manner. Look, if with all the toxicity that these smaller channels are spewing, if I chose the same path, I could do it tenfold, I promise you. There are other ways of getting one's voice across with their distaste or anger or whatever it is that's going on. It's by being more constructive about it. The Star Wars fandom is the most powerful fandom on this planet, and I stand by that. We should be careful what we do with that power. We can use it for destruction, or we can use it for construction. Now, we the fans are the ones that have taken Star Wars as a franchise into the high billions, and it can be used for evil, just like what I mentioned with Jake Lloyd and Jar Jar and George and everybody. I'm not saying it's wrong to voice one's opinions and to blindly suck up to anything that has Star Wars labeled on it. Believe me, I'm always averse to pipe up if I have something to say, but it's how we say it. And with YouTube being such a lucrative platform in so many different ways, not just money, I think it's important that new channels don't hop on this bandwagon of bashing and hating to start their channel and to get followers, because that's a very easy way to do it. Now, another thing I want to discuss is why so many people hate Resistance. For me, it's just a kids show. I mean, I understand it's all coming from a place of backlash from The Last Jedi, that they gave us something that we didn't want, and I was the first to say that, and now they're giving us Resistance. But it's not like that. They're catering to so many different people. They're both still Star Wars and they're made by the same people. So they're just catering to different groups. And that's the point. To not just cater to, people in their 20s or their late teens or their 30s or 40s, but to cater to kids as well. That's why they have an array of different things. Now, if Last Jedi turned out to be exactly how we wanted it to be, there would be no hate, pretty much. I mean, there still would be some hate, but not really compared to what we're getting now. It's almost a year later, and I think the best course of action now is not to black out these theaters and not go to see the movies because you hate the last one, because in the end that's only going to hurt us. As you can see, now we're getting a halt on the Obi-Wan movie, the Boba Fett movie isn't happening for as much as we know, and everything else has been slowed down. I refuse to believe that this is the only way that Disney can understand what we want to see. I think the fandom has the power to bring what they want to the forefront and to make sure Disney knows the stories that we want to see, but by doing it in a more classy way, and by not spewing so much hate, because I, for one, I'm tired of seeing all the hate. You know, this is Star Wars. This is where I come to relax, to escape from regular life, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're just fans. I want to know what you all think about this. Thank you for watching today's video, everyone. I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.